of American, of who we are,
Yes.
it can be traced back and has the remnants of slavery. Do you think that's something that people will understand with this series?
Absolutely. I mean, that is what the series argues. So it's not just a historical documentary, it's actually a documentary about contemporary society.
Premiering at a time when heated debates about how history is taught in our children's schools are erupting across the nation. Just last week, the Florida Board of Education made headlines after it rejected the addition of an advanced placement African American studies course.
The state should not be able to prohibit ideas from being taught simply because a politician doesn't like them.
And how do you think this series will fit into this ongoing conversation we have in this country about race?
This medium of television is democratizing. You can ban what someone can learn in a classroom, but you can't stop them from watching this documentary series and getting that information. So I think it is really coming at a critical time.
Jones traveling across the country, sharing the stories of everyday people from all walks of life.
We follow real life Americans as, you know, the unionization fight with Amazon workers in Alabama and New York. We follow a black mother who lost one of her twins she was pregnant with because of racism in healthcare. About 22 weeks, things start to really physically change for you.
I'm in pain. I can't walk down a flight of steps or up a flight of steps. I can't walk down a block. And she's aware of all of these things, and it still doesn't make her check me any further.
What resonated with you most?
What resonated with me most is just the enduring spirit of Black people in this country. Despite everything that we as people have gone through, and despite often, you know, these stereotypes that somehow Black people think they are victims, that Black people love their country, that they have always been willing to fight to try to force their country to live up to its highest ideals, and that they just want what is due, that Black people are willing to work hard like every other American, but have never had an equal chance in this society.
The thought-provoking series also introducing viewers to Jones and her family on a personal level.
My father, he always flew a flag in our front yard. One thing about Dad, he was patriotic.
He was a part of that United States Army.
They serve their country, but hey, you serve your country don't mean your country will serve you.
Roger Ross Williams, who's the executive producer and directed the Democracy episode, really thought that that was the way to connect all of the episodes together, was through my family story and, you know, standing in for Black America. That nearly everything that my family experienced, most Black Americans have experienced also.
How has your life changed since the project?
It really has become my life's work in a way that I couldn't have imagined when I pitched the project. I certainly didn't think 4 years later I would be getting ready to launch a 6-part documentary series about this.
And although the show is told through the lens of Black Americans, Jones says this is something for all Americans to watch and reflect on.
This is the American story. We've tried to segregate these histories. There's Black history and then there's American history. But you can't understand America if you don't understand the role of Black Americans, the role of slavery, the role of racism.
One word to describe. Okay, if I say the 1619 Project is
Truth.
Our thanks to Robin.